Hi, how are you?
Good. Do you pronounce your name Tara or Tara?
Tara. Thanks for Nice to meet you. Thanks for asking. I get it all different ways. Tara, Tara, Carol, whatever. So I'm so glad to finally catch up with you. Tell me a little bit about each one of you, your name and what instrument you play in the band, and we'll go from there.
Yes. Awesome. I love the guitars behind you, by the way. That's
Isn't that cute? I had a big gold frame around it, but it wasn't centered right, so I'm gonna put that back up there. That's really cute. So yeah. And I was thinking about painting the wall like a dark gray or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you.
Okay. So my name is Kaylin. I'm the oldest K3 sister, and I sing as well as play the electric and acoustic guitar and the fiddle and the harmonica.
Okay.
And I'm Kelsey. I'm the middle sister of the K3 Sisters band. And yes, I'm also a singer and a songwriter, but I also play the acoustic, electric guitar, the bass guitar, the fiddle, and some percussion as well.
Wow.
And I am Kristen. I am the youngest, but as our fans call me, the Spitfire. I am the youngest, and I play the mandolin, the bass, a little bit of banjo right now. I'm working on it, the drums and percussion, and I'm one of the lead vocalists and songwriters for the K3 Sisters band.
Wow, you guys are so talented. I can't believe it. So you started very young. What, you started on Suzuki on violin? Was that your first instrument?
Yes. We all started out learning how to play the fiddle. When we each turned 4 is when we learned. That's when we first started.
Mm-hmm.
And
our parents were in a band before we were even born. We come from a super musical family, and so every time one of us turned 4, we would go on stage with them and play a song on the fiddle with them and sing. So it's just been something we've always enjoyed doing, and we've grown up with it.
Yeah, we are 4th generation musicians, so I guess you could say it's in our blood.
It's in your blood, yes. I was going to ask you about that, how far back it went. And are those your parents that perform in the band with you?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Our mom plays guitar and drums, and as well as other percussion instruments, and our dad plays so many instruments. He plays guitar, mandolin, dobro, and drums, bass in our band.
You know, growing up in such a musical environment around the music industry, homeschooling really helped to make that possible when we were little growing up, because both of our teachers were parents.
Both of our parents
Yes, both of our parents were teachers. You know, our mom graduated from Texas Women's University with a vocal degree, so she was our vocal coach, and then our dad was the one training us on all these instruments.
Yeah.
And as we said, we started off at a very young age. We always recommend that, you know, because you're so impressionable, you can soak it in like a sponge.
Right.
And so it was really a great thing, you know, to grow up in the music industry, and we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we really encourage this generation to learn to play instruments and such. Even in 2017, was it?
What?
2018, we gave away Gibsons? Yes. We gave away Gibson acoustic guitars to different students.
Well, what happened
and
was
families in need.
we partnered with Guitar Center and Gibson, and we gave away dozens of guitars during our coffee house tour. And yeah, we wanted to give back to underprivileged kids who wanted to learn how to play guitar, but they just couldn't get their hands on one, so we gave them away at our shows.
Yeah, Guitar Center is who we partnered with.
Oh, that's great. That's great that you can do, spread your music and your love of music and get other people interested. Now, growing up, what was some of the music that you were listening to in your household?
Oh my gosh.
Where to begin?
I know so much. It's a wide range.
Yeah, the Grateful Dead radio is constantly playing in our house.
So
Grateful Dead.
the Grateful Dead for sure,
Bob
as well
Dylan.
as Bob Dylan.
Neil Young.
And when we were young, to be honest, we loved Hannah Montana. We loved the Cheetah Girls. We had,
Jonas Brothers.
the girl power started very young.
Cheetah Girls, I know.
Cheetah Girls.
We were obsessed. That was actually our first concert we ever went to was a Cheetah Girls concert. I was so young, but I remember. And the opening act was Allie and AJ, and it was amazing.
Wow. Now, what do you listen to today? What's on your playlist?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the Grateful Dead is still up there, number one, I'd say.
Bob Dylan is like, Bob Dylan and Grateful Dead are really tied with me. But I love Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
I was about to say, we get a lot of our harmony inspiration by Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
We love the music from the 60s and 70s of that era. It's just, that's what we kind of model some of our sound by, is that awesome. They were just, so amazing.
And but some current artists that we like are 21 Pilots and Ed Sheeran, too. We love his songwriting skills.
Yes.
I haven't watched it yet, but he has a brand. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about your music and your songwriting collaboration between the three of you, how you approach it.
Yeah, good. Kristen, do you want to start?
Songwriting is such a thing guided by the muses, whatever you want to call it. But, it's a magic. It can happen in so many different ways. Sometimes it hits me like a bolt of lightning and I'm instantly struck with this creative fury and I write out the words on paper and the melody also hits me at the same time. But other times I'm not afraid to write a little something down and then come back to it years later when I get motivated again for that specific feeling.
Yeah, we've learned whenever we have an idea to just sing it on voice notes because you could finish that song that day maybe, or you could come back to it in like 6 months and be like, oh, I forgot I had this.
But yeah, we always at the end come together and we collaborate on each song and just kind of finish it and put the finishing touches on it.
Arranging.
Each song is so vastly different.
Yeah, and oftentimes, like if Kristen writes a song, then Kelsey and I will help arrange it and kind of figure out like what chords was she actually singing here, and like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's a mystery every time.
Right. I mean, so do you have a particular instrument that you like to write with when you're coming up with your music, and then fill in and layer upon that?
Yeah, well, for me, I write a lot of our songs on our Gibson Hummingbird that I have in my room.
Acoustic guitar.
Yeah, acoustic guitar. I just play on that. That's how I write a lot of my songs.
Yeah, for me it can change. I'm usually singing into my recorder, but sometimes I play on the mandolin and it flows out of me better.
Yeah, acoustic guitar for me.
Now, when you talk about your instruments, how you started out on fiddle and violin, and what came next? How did you decide which instrument you wanted to start with next? Was it decide depending on what you were performing, what was in your mind, what kind of style of music you wanted to play?
Right. Well, after we learned the fiddle, our dad kind of was like, girls, it's time now. I was the first one to learn electric, and I think I turned 12 and I started on this black K guitar.
Oh my God,
and at first I was just learning like power chords, like it was open tuning to G, and I was just learning how to kind of strum it. And then after that I learned chords, which was super fun, and then Kelsey learned guitar as well.
Yes, my first guitar I got for my 10th birthday. It was a pink guitar. I'm pretty sure was it a Fender or something? It's a pink guitar and I loved it as a 10-year-old. Yes, and I learned on that guitar, and then Christmas of around 2014 or 15, I got my Gibson Les Paul electric guitar, and that's when I really took it seriously and started learning guitar and incorporating it into our songs.
Yeah, after we saw one of our favorite bands, 5 Seconds of Summer, we saw them play live in like 2015?
Yeah.
2015, something like that, and we were like, we can do that.
Yes.
We want to learn how to play guitar like them. Like, this is awesome.
Well, that was another one of the questions I was going to ask is, was there a favorite guitar riff or lick or anything that, a song that particularly spoke to you, said, this is what I want to do. This is what really, made the desire to pursue music as a career.
Yes, totally. One specific song was Limelight by Rush, that opening guitar and bass riff. I was like, I have to learn this, and it's so hard. I still don't really have it down. But I was like, I want to learn how to do that. And then Kelsey started to learn it too.
Yeah.
As well as Leonard Skinner, you know, Sweet Home Alabama, that iconic guitar.
Of course.
Lick.
Yeah. But yeah, also when I first picked up the bass guitar in 2018, my first riff or my first song that I learned was Real Gone from the movie Cars.
By Sheryl Crow.
By Sheryl Crow. And yeah, oh my gosh, I love her. She's so iconic. But yeah, I just got inspired by that song, and that was the first song I learned on bass. And then my bass just took off after that. I learned.
All of our lives, we've known that music was not only our passion, but also our future and our career. And another one of those moments that really solidified that for us was, what year did we do that competition?
2012?
2012. There was this competition going on for the Taste of Dallas, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was a songwriting.
It was a songwriting competition.
Online.
And they were like, best song wins $5,000. And we were like, hey, we're songwriters. Like, let's just do it and see what happens. And guess what? Here's the catch. There was only a couple hours left to submit your song.
Yeah, one day.
One day left. So we were like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And we went out in this fury and we wrote one of the first original songs we have called The Party Never Ends. And sure enough, that song that we wrote in a few hours won first place, and we took the whole band on a cruise ship and spent the $5,000.
Oh, how fun. That's so exciting. I've been wanting to put together some sort of a songwriting contest, and I haven't done it yet, but, you know, it's on one of my list of my many things to do.
Nice.
That made me... Now, are you guys endorsed with any particular companies?
No.
We are a do-it-yourself operation.
Yeah. But as far as instrumentation, you mentioned Gibson a lot. I'm assuming that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, we do have a lot of Gibson instruments. Like I said, we have 2 acoustic hummingbirds.
Yes, we have 3 Gibson Les Paul electric guitars. My bass is a Gibson SG, and you have a Gibson mandolin.
Yeah.
And our dad's dobro is
an electric
Gibson.
and acoustic mandolin.
So we love Gibson. We just think they're good quality.
Well, I was going to ask you, what is it about the Gibson that speaks to you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess because it's been going on in our family for generations just to play Gibsons. I guess we kind of have a connection through that. And plus, they're reliable, you know? So we like using their instruments. They're just really good. We play those guitars on our weekly live stream, so if those guitars could talk, they would say so many things. Oh my God.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I want to talk about, you had a song, an album, My Time.
Oh, that is the last album we've come out with, but we're coming out with another album this Sunday.
On Valentine's Day. Our fans are out right now. The K-13.
Oh, good. Well, we'll talk about that too then. But tell me about My Time and, you know, the inspiration behind it. And is there any one song in particular that speaks out to you?
It's so hard to pick just one because each song. Yeah, I know. Well, if I had to pick one, I'd pick My Time, the title track of the album, because so much was put into that song. You know, it was when quarantine had just started. And, you know, the shadow was cast over the world, this darkness that people were all feeling of despair. And we quickly realized that everyone else might have been stunted, but we actually learned that we were flourishing through this quarantine. You know, we just started experimenting at the time with live streaming, so we were really pushing that, simulcasting on all these different things. And My Time was one of the songs that got written in the Purple Patch, which we are still in right now, of writing songs. And, you know, we put a lot, it's like a coming of age song in some sorts, if you look at it. And there's a lot of truths about anti-bullying and female empowerment and empowerment for all types of people. And it was such a hit that the Smithsonian actually reached out to us and said, hey, you know, we're actually celebrating, you know, 2020 was the anniversary of the 100th Amendment, celebrating the 19th Amendment, excuse me, the 100th year celebrating the 19th Amendment of women's rights to vote. And so they chose our song My Time as one of the songs to be featured in the Smithsonian. So it was such a cool thing to be part of that time capsule to see how women 100 years later were doing.
Exactly. Wow. And now you have the song, we talk about bullying, cyberbullying and all that stuff. You have the song Sticks and Stones that you did a while back, and you had your movement, the hashtag K3 motto. What is your message to, we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The good part of the industry, the bad and the ugly. And the ugly part, tends to be with social media. It can be good and bad,
Yeah.
How did you deal with that? And what is your message to people that are going through the same thing?
Right. Well, we made the K3 motto in 2014, and that's the same year that we came out with Sticks and Stones, like you said. And we just know that with social media comes the bad parts, like self-esteem issues and anxiety, because people are hanging out without you, or you're seeing all this perfectness on a phone. You're like, why isn't my life like that,
Yeah.
So the first part of the motto is to always believe in yourself and to never...
You want to say it?
Yeah, let's just say it.
Okay.
I will always believe in myself and celebrate my life and the lives of others.
I will respect the music and customs of others as long as they are not harmful to anyone.
I will stand against bullying of any kind and choose love over hate. I call it the word whopper of the century because in those 3 sentences has so much depth that any person, culture, or religion can relate to. Any type of person can relate to that. And, with writing this motto all those years ago, not only did we find a way for the 3 of us to cope with hate and bullying and cyberbullying, but also our fans found something that they could trust and rely in and find peace as well. Over 50 countries, watch our live stream shows, and that's a lot of different people, And so we want to really connect with them and let them know, hey, we're all humans. We all have feelings and emotions. We all struggle with envy or jealousy.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to be the one spreading that hate. So we are here to give you peace of mind as well.
But yeah, that's definitely a priority of ours, is to connect directly to our fans. At our live stream concerts, we have a huge TV where we can read the chat as they come in live, and we're constantly mentioning them and talking to them directly.
Yeah, and the super chats they give us actually fund for us to send them our free posters, our poster puzzles that we send them for free.
Yeah, because a lot of our fans have said, I want to buy your merch, but I just don't have the money, or my parents won't let me. And so we said, okay, we got you. We will send you a free poster. You can just sign up at our website. And we love doing that because we just love our fans. We want to give back to them in any way we can.
Our fans, it's not just one type of person. We have all different ages and all different types of people listening to our music. So that also includes youngsters and, people who can't afford, around, money. So we want to really give back to our fans. So it's a constant cycle of giving and giving back that we get to help our fans.
Yeah, we love going directly to our fans. That's why we don't have our music on Spotify or Apple Music. We have it on our website only, k3sistersband.com, for free streaming. So they love coming to the website.
It's the exclusive place to find K3.
Oh, that's really great. You girls are so inspirational. I mean, I'm sitting here listening to you and I get goosebumps. That power from the girls. I was going to ask you about your TikTok. You believe you have made the big splash on TikTok. What is it that you think made that connection with followers and garnered you so many followers?
Yes, so we first started posting TikToks as a way to just kind of show a different side of us, a crazy side, more animated side. And it wasn't until we posted, we did a Harry Potter, or we sung a Harry Potter song on Harry Potter's birthday, and that was the first video of ours to really blow up on TikTok. And because each one of us are a different Hogwarts house, and the Harry Potter community on TikTok just loved it, and we were able to just keep making Harry Potter content and so many other types of videos. And
and making this, Harry Potter content also has kind of translated into our songwriting. We have a couple songs that are inspired by Harry Potter. Like my song Queen Bellatrix. I got to unleash this crazy part of me. You can see it in the music video and whenever we play it live. And also we have the song Le Garçon aux cheveux roux, which is our French song, which translates to the boy with the red hair. And one of the main characters of Harry Potter has red hair, so you know. And the Phoenix as well. Yes. You know, Fawkes the Phoenix is a creature from Harry Potter who has healing tears. And so we saw that in the second film and was like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful.
Yeah, and
we wrote a song.
A lot of people find us on TikTok through our Harry Potter videos, and then they, you know, we kind of use Harry Potter as a bridge to get to, you know, our music.
To gauge
and
them
so people,
to our
they walk
band.
on this bridge and they see, you know, how much
It's like, oh my
we
gosh.
actually have to offer with our music.
It's like they're not just some social media people. They have depth to
And
them.
a lot of people find out about us through our live streaming on TikTok because
Yes.
we also live stream our concerts on TikTok as well as YouTube and Instagram.
And reels, we post a bunch of reels. So we're sending a bunch of missiles out there, you know, to spread our music around because our songs are not just empty melodies like some of the mainstream stuff going around. We pack a ton of meaning and lyrical folklore into them and words of meaning. And our fans immediately recognize that and they get hooked immediately every time. And because we have something to say, you know?
Yeah,
We didn't just show up. We're not just the girls who had a one-hit wonder. No, they're an overnight sensation. It just took 12 years. Like,
right. You're the real deal. The real deal.
Yes,
And they
the real
found with
deal.
you guys. So you had
The Creator Fund is just such a cool way to, you know, dish out even more of our fun videos that really just, if we can put a smile on someone's face from that short 15-second, then that's all that matters.
makes it worth it.
So do you do something creative every day on TikTok? Something new every day? Or how often do you post on TikTok?
Right, so we usually kind of have a frenzy of like either 1 or 2 days where we like film a bunch of TikToks and then we post them throughout the week.
Yeah,
And
we stack up ideas that we are thinking of all the time.
oh yeah, we're constantly thinking of ideas, and our mom is really involved in our TikTok ideas as well. And
Yeah, because the thing with TikTok is it's all about trends and, you know, keeping up with things. But,
yeah,
you know, I've learned that if what I want to do and what is considered wanted in the industry and they cross paths, then that's a happy coincidence, you know? So we film, you know, whenever we are feeling creatively motivated.
Yeah.
So that could be a flourish of 10 videos or just one video that I'm like, I want to do this.
but yeah,
Right.
we definitely have late night brainstorms where we
Yeah,
you know,
for
come
some
up with
reason,
ideas.
2 a.m. is a great time to come up with TikTok ideas because she comes up with the craziest wacko things, and I'm like, this
I
is
don't know.
genius. Like, only a genius could
I
do.
guess my brain is the most awake at like 2 a.m.
Chelsea, she's our star baker. She's very, very crazy, but I'm the craziest amongst us. Let's be honest.
All right, so what about the RAPS Power Women Summit? That was held in December. Tell me about
Yeah.
performing with that.
Yeah, that was an amazing opportunity we had with COVID. Live streaming concerts has become like
The new
such a current in the now.
Yeah.
And so when we got asked to perform, we were like, with Annie Lennox and Melissa Etheridge, we were like,
These female legends.
we were like, oh my gosh, please, yes. And yeah, it was such an honor.
Yeah, you know, it really is so amazing to be at the front lines with other females and all different types of people, men and women, and those in between, who really are trying to do what they love and help spread light to the world, not only with this quarantine going on, but even before and after that. It really is cool that we get to do what we love, because people say, like, is this stressful for you? It's like, yes, but it's fun. It's an adventure. I'm getting to live in a movie, basically. But yeah, it's got its ups and downs. You know, like I've said, we have seen the ugly too.
But yeah,
But it's cool.
the RAPS Power Women Summit was definitely
That was just straight
a
up
highlight of 2020.
It was
for
a great
sure.
way to
You
end
know,
the
we
year.
love Sharon Waxman. She's the president of the RAP, and so she contacted us, and we were like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah, they said they want us back, so who knows, you know?
That's great. Well, you know, with the pandemic, you guys really took charge and, you know, found a way to keep in touch with your fans, you know, and expand your music. And you like so you said you did some songwriting, and it's coming out Sunday. What?
Yes, Valentine's Day.
What is this? Tell me a little bit about the new music.
All right. Right. Well, the title track and the album name is called Silver Lining, which is all about COVID-19, how we've been able to prevail, and how other people, if you take a look and don't give up so easily, you can also find a silver lining and something good out of this situation. Do you want to hear it, or have you heard it already?
I'd love to hear it. I did listen to it though. I did listen to it on YouTube, but I'd like to hear it live from you guys.
My gosh, well we've got a.
You just sing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just sing a little, yeah.
I just happen to have a guitar right here, so.
Well, I was gonna say I like your little backdrop and everything. Is this where you do a lot of your live performances and stuff?
Yes, we call this the green room. This is where we do all of our live streams.
This is where all the crazy things happen. The rehearsing.
Yeah, this is our set.
The performing. Hours of work have happened in this room.
So is that in your house?
Yes, it's our home studio. We love it.
Okay, let's do the chorus. Ready?
Yeah.
And before you say it's just the price I pay, look a little closer and you might see a silver lining on the horizon that doesn't have a fee, and it's waiting for you and me.
Okay, well, I was just gonna. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans before we wrap this up, or anything else you'd like to add?
Basically that, with the K3 Sisters band, it's always an unexpected journey. Things are always happening. Our fans call us the band that defies description because we're always keeping them on their toes, at our live streams. With the future, the dust has not settled yet. It's not even close to settling with this COVID and all this stuff. And, we don't even know if the music industry will be live performing is going to happen in 2022 or even 2023. But we do know that live streaming is here. And it might be here to stay. Over 50% of our, really power comes from live streaming. And we were one of the first bands to truly discover that. We're at the front lines of that field. And so basically to just continue to keep your eyes out and watching our music and listening, because things are coming all the time with us. All the time. You never know if we're going to drop a song at one of our live stream shows or if we're going to announce something.
All of our concerts are different, by the way. We never do the same set list twice
no.
at our shows, which we do reach. It's incredible. We reach 50 countries at the live stream, and we can only do that on live streaming with reaching 50.
Versus
there's no way we'd be able to actually do that in real life, which is crazy.
Exactly. That's the thing about, people talk about concerts, and, it's always great to go to a live concert, and everybody loves the energy and all that brings. Yeah. But you can reach so many people worldwide through live streaming.
Yes.
It's made that possible. I did want to ask you, what a typical day looks like. Oh, a couple things. First off, all your names start with K. So are your parents K's also, or just...
Our dad's name is Bruce and our mom's name is Jamie, but I guess they like the letter K. And
I think what they've told us that they named Kaylin, and then they named me Kelsey, and by the time they had 2 K names, they're like, okay, the third one's gonna also be K.
Yes, and they knew that they wanted us to have some slightly Celtic names because we are Scottish, and our grandmother, who lived to be 98 years old, was born in Edinburgh, Scotland. So we're the clan Macbeth. We're the Macbeth.
Yeah.
And so that definitely has also kind of translated into our music. We do have a few Celtic songs.
One of our albums was Celtic.
Yeah, one of our past albums.
Scots.
But I was going to ask you also about a typical day. What is a typical day?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
we try to
each day is different.
Yeah, we try to fit music into every day because we're constantly writing, and when you write, you have to actually work it out with the band.
Yeah, we do a couple hours a day together as the full band, but then we also have our separate time where we work on our instruments. And then there's also the other time where we're writing songs.
And
or
we're setting up the set, because we change our set a lot with like different backdrops.
Other things we do are set work, as Kaylin just said. And, with this new album coming out, we've been mixing and recording that every day.
Spending a lot of time in the studio,
and then
mixing and recording.
And then, of course, they're sending out packages, because our fans buy our merch, so we're getting those packages together. Then we're sending out the free prints. The prints that we have available right now is Silver Lining, for free to all people we're sending out.
But
it's always busy with us, man. We are working women.
Well, I was going to say also your outfits, because you guys have quite a look about you, so I can tell that you spend a lot of time thinking about that and coming up with that.
A suit is the only thing. Suits. Yeah, suits are the perfect thing for us because it embodies in one outfit how we feel and, our music and who we are as women,
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you one last thing. What do you do? Do you ever have a day that you don't do music? And what do you do on your off time?
Oh my God.
This is such a...
So the last day off we had was New Year's, so January 2nd and 3rd, and we spent those 2 days hiking, and it was so much fun. We love to go on our hikes and wear our hiking boots.
Basically, the answer is no. We do not get time off. But we don't necessarily want time off. I mean, yes, we love hiking. We try to go hiking as much as we can because, hiking season is here. We're huge nature gurus.
During COVID, we started baking a lot.
Yes, baking.
Like cake.
Chelsea is the baker of the family.
We love doing that on our off time as well.
She's baked our cakes. She's baked us all these different desserts and decadence.
She's gonna make a cake for the album release. This
Do you
watch our socials?
Yeah. Do you put that on TikTok, all your baking and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We always post it on our Insta stories and on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, cool. Because, I've had 2 artists that reached out to me in the last several months that have come up with their own cookbooks. So maybe a K3 cookbook is in the future.
Oh my God!
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Anyway, it was great talking to you. You guys are good. All right. Great. Have a good day.
You too. Bye, Tara.
Okay, bye.